Hi. It's been a few weeks, but now I'm back with this pitch post format that I'm trying. I got myself a little video camera to help facilitate this. A webcam on my laptop did in a pinch for short bio bits at the end of my longish argument posts, but a webcam seemed insufficient and a lot less versatile as compared to what I'm attempting now with a real video camera. So, on with the show. If not now, then when? That was the idea that I came to at the end of the last episode, just before the talking head video at the very end. It is easy, even for me, to become distracted by all of the things that can grab a person's attention. Back again. Of course, we might welcome distraction if we were to look at the fear-evoking things for too long. We prefer not to ponder too much the world as it is today. Why invite a deepening anxiety? Can't we somehow just wall the troubles away so we can just stay inside our little mini happy kingdoms? The impulse to do this sort of thing can only give us security for a time. How long? We cannot know for certain, but we can say this, that if things are not finding a new stability in the world, if instead things are continuing to unravel, or if there is only a momentary lull to the various insanities and the assault on stability will resume, well, then our stability that we have now, such as it is, will not last for long. You might think I am preoccupied with looking at the negative of things. Actually, I am something of an optimist. The first glance, or listen, you might not think so. My brand of optimism, however, is not a naive one. I think I have made the argument and taken some pains in the first 6 episodes to elucidate what I feel are some of the characteristics of our maybe hell. I want to know, in a real way, what we are up against. Ah, yes. We. I did say we. And who are we? That is the question. Are we a we, or are we not a we? I do like to play with words, and so, whether I consider myself noble, as those I've mentioned that do good works, or whether I aspire to such work myself, I am uncertain. For I have at times suffered too, not knowing how to go about this, and not welcoming the slings and arrows of what might come my way if I oppose the series of troubles that are growing in our world. Those with an interest in literature may guess the references I have been making. There to the Shakespearean play Hamlet, and specifically to Hamlet's famous soliloquy, the to be or not to be lines, that Hamlet delivers when he is wrestling in his mind with difficult choices that he must make. Hamlet, it is often argued, may be contemplating suicide. This is not the case for me, I state emphatically. However, I have in my life often identified with Hamlet and his hesitation. In part, I identify with Hamlet because I actually enjoy Shakespeare. I know some of you may groan at this, but the characters in Shakespearean tragedy are in some ways the most real people I have never met, nor shall I ever meet. And yet, I see many of those characters in people I meet every day, in the complex qualities of people, and in our flawed natures. On having a flawed nature, I admit guilt, for I have not lived life as I might have, especially where the nagging voice in my head is concerned. I've always felt compelled to know about things, and have always formed my own opinions and dabbled in writing, but I have not tried to find an audience to bounce my ideas off of, beyond the safety of some immediate friends. When I worked hard dairy farming, I could always tell myself it was a question of time. In hindsight, that is something of an excuse, for if I truly felt compelled, I should have found a way. To some extent, the reluctance or hesitation points to a truth about me. That is that I dislike confrontation. The life I have led, until recently, afforded me quiet. It allowed me time to contemplate the things that vexed my mind. In a metaphorical way, it was something of a monastic lifestyle. The life I had included daily chore labors, my books and ideas, and even a meditative practice, in my case, Tai Chi. My life changed dramatically with love, a child, and the loss of my mother. Joys and sorrows overlapped in recent years in this time of transition in my personal life and very recently in my business life too. While I have chosen to leave the monastery, or so to speak, it is still leaving a life I've known for something foreign. This foray into writing and blogging or vlogging is not difficult insofar as the content part goes, but the social media part is a challenge. The virtual worlds of social media are something like alien lands to a middle-aged former dairy farmer / monk. So in this way I come back to the we, which I brought up earlier. Social media is by its very nature a world of we or us. With the maturity of social media, if you can call it that, for it is no longer brand new, there is this reality that we have never been so connected to other people, albeit it is a virtual connection. While the pervasiveness of social media in our lives has its definite downside or sides, like it potentially being a time-suck distraction, for example, there is also the upside in what can come out of being so interconnected. For we now live in the global village, a phrase and something of a prophecy coined by Marshall McLuhan as far back as 1962. In this era of the global village, news travels fast, especially breaking news or something that goes viral. Even ideas can be transmitted with greater reach and speed than they did at any other time in history. The trouble is that ideas that have transformative potential do require some mental digestion, which is time-consuming work. There's no getting around it. Most of what flows out of the digital world at us, though, is like junk food or instant gratification for a distracted mind. The information we tend to consume is like a quick-fix sugar high that gets you excited about the briefest of times, but then you crash and you want more. You become a junkie for the stuff, and you don't know that there's actually something nourishing that is out there. Perhaps I am being somewhat immodest, because the suggestion here is that I offer something substantial that can nourish, that can offer perspective. The truth is that there is little that I can do alone. For my ideas to gain favor and to spread, it is necessary that they resonate with others and spread in a kind of viral fashion, although in a more slow growth way. And so, I am asking you to join with me in the most tenuous of ways. For this level of commitment at this juncture is only a small thing. If it pleases you, it surely will please me for you to sign up the email notification that you'll see on my site, and feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channels or friend me through Facebook or LinkedIn. If I really hold something of promise or intrigue, you can always recommend me to your friends too. This is how the economy of things found in the digital realm can persist and grow. They can only do so if they are cultivated in a field of us. While what I can do alone is limited, if I am found to exist in this realm with a growing we or us, then what can be accomplished is only limited by the size of us and the limits of imagination. I will tell you this. I have much to say and shed light upon, some of which may well astound and inspire. It surely does start with breathing, but it travels across all manifestations of forgotten beauty that reside in life, And for those that are attentive, there is the possibility of discovery of what is sublime and fulfilling, that can leave one in awe with breathless surrender to the knowledge of belonging. I will continue with these pitch posts with other aspects of why you should opt to throw in with me in this little way. But for now, I bid you adieu with my thanks for your attention.